What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. We are still playing with the Miata Falcon or Miata Alcon. I don't know what the fuck to call this thing. Anyways, we are working on the brakes and hopefully where to stick the fucking master cylinder. So here's where I am. So the master, if I want to go non-powered, actually lines up pretty fucking good. I could be done and have barely enough room here to fit the clutch slave, but I want power. So copied the bolts here, but white out, made some dots, and hopefully this will fit all the way in now. So we are hung up on something, but might make some spacers. And from there we go to here and should look something like that. And then hopefully I could squeeze the damn clutch slave cylinder, where the fuck this thing went. Hopefully this guy squeeze somewhere over here. I think technically I could do the SN95 conversion, but it's somewhere over here like this. That takes some weird pedal work. I don't want to stick it over here, even though if I run all the Miata shit, I could put it right there all fucking day long. Hold on, let me turn some light. So like I said, all day, I'd probably fit it right there, the Miata shit, but then I make some sort of reservoir to bring it back over. I'd rather try to squeeze it in here if I can. I got that nubby, so if I line up with that nubby, and I might still be able to get the shit on there. That, or I make a new hole further up. Move this one to up here, or move these further up. Give me the space I need, because that is where I'm at. That, or take a chunk of this out. I guess I could do that. Cut right under here, bring this straight flat, and that'll give me space as well. And yeah, might do that. Might do that on both sides, because I still got this overlap. So trim, push this out, weld flush, maybe some relief cuts to help that out. Yeah, give me a little bit more space back there. So that is where I'm at, people. Trying to get the brakes and clutch figured out. As for the pedal underneath, I'm trying to use the Falcon stuff, since the clutch is right effing there. And there's the clutch, there's the brake. What am I stuck on? I'm actually on it, so that needs adjusting. So there's my wiring bundles. It looks like I can't really go up after all, because this stupid drip thingamajiggy. Yeah, there's definitely need to spray some sort of rust converter. But there we are, getting it. So I got it mostly fitted up. This is just on here. I just know that wherever that fucking screw comes through is the center of this guy. Like I said, I just gotta measure out where those cables come from, or reroute them slightly different. But I think I could get the clutch slave to work through this guy here. That's nothing really. Worst comes worst, I'll get a remote mount. As long as I could get this in, I think the Willowwood ones and all the shit's pretty much the same. I don't see it being that hard to figure out how to do a remote. I do a remote because the only thing that's in my way is this damn plastic gizmo here. I should, yeah, mount it over. Yeah, I should have spring clearance. I will double check that. then we'll go from there. I believe I would because the damn electrical's right there. So, till next shot. So, I got the clutch in. So I need to extend that goofy piece there, actually flip it, and have it come over 4 inches that way. So I'm probably going to make a big old U-type thing to do that. And then up front, so we got that. So I gotta make some sort of remote reservoir, or just push the cable connectors in and get that weird putty stuff that they use for air conditioning and say fuck it and just mud over the holes. Then need to get bunhead Allens for that, or shave them down, and then probably make a metal plate here to reinforce this a little bit more. Then on the inside, after I reinforce the front half like they did here, these screws, I need to extend the bracket down to here. And then once that's done, and I know the pedals work, you know, right travel and whatnot, I'll sit there and start stitch welding and hammering all this shit together. And probably finish drilling out these rivets and taking this off. Or maybe just grind it smooth for the extra strength, I don't know. Like I said, may use a chunk of that to make this piece here, and then cut this wider for aesthetics and whatnot. And then I still need to get around to the floor. You go buy some 2.5 by 3, I think it is, and carry the suspension all the way back, and then build the floor, whatever. And then from there, I'll flip the car around, turn the car around, and put in the IRS. These videos are going to be a little out of order or whatever. Hence haircut, no more blonde hair. So where are we at? Let me flip this around. So the master cylinder and reservoir are mounted up. I'm not going plated. I just had to trim the bolts down enough, and then I made my hole for the clutch master cylinder. Still need to make the backing plate for that. And then under here, I got the pedals out, and for the most part on the brake pedal, the hole lines up with the clevis of this one, because it does. Then under here, we took the spacers off the Miata mounts, or bracket, and welded them on here. And then some washers to make up the distance and give it some footing, and then welded the bracket. There's spacers to the bracket, so it's nice and secure. And then, yeah, that is that. So the old brackets had the spacers here that made a distance like this. Now if you're wondering why I didn't use these pedals, well, it puts everything in the wrong effing spot. Then over here I got the master. Now I figure out how to do that. I gotta make a plate. So took the spacers off, weld them on to the other bracket. We are good. Once again, in case you guys want to see what that looks like again. So I retained the top holes of holding the pedal assembly in, then the master bolts into there, and then I had to extend the bottom a little, so washers, and I'll probably weld in a little bit more material between the spacer and the bracket, but that's kind of overkill at this point. But yeah, and then that's where the clutch comes through, so I do need to cover a little ground there with making a offset arm and whatnot. But it's looking good. And for shits and giggles, there's the master temporarily just tossed in, clutch master. The electrical, still trying to figure out what's what. I think I have a nipple left over from a Volkswagen brake assembly that might fit that to do a remote line. Or I'll make something that follows that shape and put the bottle, you know, somewhere over here or something. But yeah, like I said, I want to figure out the pedals and the steering before I continue any further. And you know, it's coming along. So that is where I'm at. Once again, master cylinder is in, bolted up, pedal swings properly, and working on the clutch slaves or clutch master cylinder now. Need to build a backing plate so you don't push the clutch through the wall, and then put like a big U bracket on the side of the pedal with a hole, and then it'll pick up, you know, clevis point and yada yada. So like, subscribe. Got any questions? Hit me up. You know, yeah, hit me up. Rotary, buggish, whatever. I could Google, help you search, whatever. Peace out, guys.